Hi, Kane. Good morning. It's such a beautiful morning here. It's a little chilly. The sun is out though, and I'm just feeling very in touch with the heart of the divine today and how people are so hard on themselves. I mean, my clients, the people that contact me often are just feeling like love is for other people. They're like, well, when's my turn? And that just struck me. And I picked this deck, one of my favorites. It's just a deck that's filled with divine truth. And the fact is that whether or not you have your partner, you are loved deeply. And actually, once you start to believe that and experience it, it changes you forever. And some people are like, well, I don't want to be so peaceful that I accept singleness and I'll never find anybody. I say, no, 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 that's not how it works. What we do is we lean in to spirit when we're in doubt, right? About anything. I just have to move this over so it's centered properly. I'm so picky about how things appear. But today is my 33rd episode of the Divine Love series. I can't believe it's 33 days already. And I am thrilled to be here today to affirm in your spirit that you may not know when love is coming, when love is changing, but that you have a promise from the divine to that the soul mating that you're looking for starts first with your own soul. Okay. So the first card that comes out, and as you guys know, these readings are for the collective five connected readings, each card leading into the next to assure you that love is available for you. I promise. Okay. So here we have our first card popped out of the deck, and it's peace. Connected journey, balanced and clearing. So right now what's happened is that the people that are drawn to this reading are feeling a bit untethered, disconnected, vulnerable, and unaware. And I'm so grateful for this card to lead off because finding love depends on vulnerability. It depends on you being able to maintain peace even when you're with someone that you don't know very well. Being vulnerable in your relationships is is what draws closer contacts to you. I remember a long time ago, I said to one of my clients, you do realize that if you want a person who's emotionally available, because I hear that from almost every single that comes to me, they want someone emotionally available. I said, you do realize that you have to be emotionally available again. You need to be able to drop your guard, hold on to your boundaries, and maintain peace because there is nothing more attractive than a human who is comfortable in their own skin, that is able to find peace in the midst of chaos. Okay. So, our first card today is just this call for inner peace. Are you experiencing it? What can you do to enhance your experience with inner peace? Let's go forward and see how Spirit is going to guide us today. Card number two. Let's put my deck out here. That one popped out. So now, let me just move this down a tiny bit. Okay, so let's go for card number two. Thank you for being here today. I so appreciate you. Yesterday, we did a live reading for November, and it was really good. I'm just no brag, just fact. And on Sundays, of course, I come back to answer your questions. Plus, tomorrow, there is a full moon coming, full moon in Taurus, and I'm going to do a live reading where I will take your requests tomorrow. So be sure to stay tuned. Okay, card number two. When will you feel more loved? Let's ask spirit. Soul groups. So, right now, those of you who are drawn to this reading, and I appreciate that it takes courage to look into whether you're lovable or not. And spirit wants to address that right now. Spirit sees your loneliness, your emptiness, being overlooked and misunderstood. This was my theme song for a long, long time. Even when I was married, I had deep feelings of loneliness and emptiness, primarily because I picked a partner who was not a good fit for me. It started out all bright and shiny, devolved. It devolved. Sorry for that interruption, you guys. It devolved and dissolved my commitment and how I chose to be with the wrong person. It was good for a minute, but it wasn't good for a lifetime. And there's nothing lonelier than being in a relationship where you do not feel lovable. But universe is here. Spirit is calling us to a deeper understanding because as we start to align ourselves with what the divine thinks about us, you are perfect as you are. You say, Catherine, no, I'm not. You should see my habits. You should see what I do. I don't need to see what you do. At the core of your being, you are a pure spirit ready for love. The things that happen to us as we go from relationship to relationship and try to find our place can separate us from the knowing of how loved we are. So these divine love readings that I'm doing are messages of reunion, connection, and validation. Because as you connect to spirit first, as you treat the divine as your ultimate soulmate, you will be shocked at how your relationships will change. All right. So spirit is sending you this message. When you're feeling lonely, it's important to reach deeply within yourself to find that divine connection. Now, as a tarot viewer, I know that you're interested in spiritual matters. And so I'm going to just bring my little figurine out here as a reminder that in our human existence, we are what I call a blended being. Our humanity, our personality, the part of us that feels sad, lonely, and out of place all the time is small compared to our divine self, the spark of the divine within us that is made of nothing but love. And so when you turn toward the inner guidance within, that's when everything, the magic truly starts to happen. But our human nature is to leave our core and to run around looking for love in all the wrong places. Okay. So as you look for the spark of love that is available to you with every breath, you will change your magnetism for love forever. I promise. Okay. So let's go on to card number three. What is it that spirit has for us to understand about feeling lovable today? When will you find the love you're looking for? Have confidence. Now, what's been happening in these mini readings, every day I post a reading around divine love for you, is that the cards build on one another. So, last card was about connecting on purpose to our hearts, to our inner sense of love. And this card is the promise of what happens next. You are coming from a place of feeling doubtful, scattered, passive and tense. And chasing love will make you feel awful because if you're chasing it, you cannot keep that inner sense of peace that you need. Nothing is more attractive than a human who knows how to keep their peace in the midst of troubles. Okay, so we see our figure walking on that tightrope, keeping balance, education, money, healing, spirit, time, health. All of these things will come into order once you center yourself on this thin line. The thin line is all about the reality of keeping your focus on divine love in the midst of everything. Okay. And it isn't easy. But look at her face. Can you see the face? She's so content because she knows that her confidence comes from receiving the love of the divine. That's what makes dealing with human love that much easier. Okay. Hi, Melanie. Welcome. I don't remember seeing your name before. So if you're new here, welcome. We are in the middle of a project that I'm doing where I am giving messages of divine love every day live for the people who are seeking that special touch. Many times we think it's a human that is going to bring us fulfillment. And the truth is, there's no human that's cut out to be source. Source is source. And once you receive what it is source has for you, everything else becomes possible. Okay, love this series of cards, each card leading into the next. When you're feeling like you missed an opportunity, it can make you unmotivated, stubborn, and lack focused. How many of you here right now have a regret because somebody that broke up with you or somebody you chose to break up with, you look back and you think, oh man, I missed it. That was my person. And now we close our own treasure chest. We're like, no, my heart is guarded. These metal clasps, everything is locked tight because of what you perceive was a mistake in your past. But the thing is, you guys, love comes in different packages. Some relationships are for a season, some are for a reason, and some are forever. And when we're dating and relating and mating out there, our human self can make a decision that just is not sustainable. Okay. It's not sustainable. And so, what we have with this beautiful shower of prosperity is that once you line yourself up, once you determine that I am going to understand divine love first, because when I meet my person, I want to be so ready to be a good partner. What can you do to become a strong, resilient, wonderful soulmate for someone? That's the focus of divine love that is gently knocking on our door through our pain, through our missed opportunities to bring us home. Once you line up with divine love, wealth, opportunity, success, manifestation, yeah, baby, that is what is ahead for you. And it all starts with divine love. Moving on, these readings are going so quickly today. Grateful to Spirit for allowing me to pick this deck, one of my favorites. In fact, let me just show you the deck because many of you guys ask. Angels and Auras Oracle. Angels and auras. The aura is an invisible field of energy that radiates from your heart. When you are truly ready for love, your heart opens and radiates. Yes, I am ready. When we're closed hearted, fear is radiated, and that's fear that will hold you back. Hi, Bargavi, Peace Angel, Kalpana. Bhargavi, I only answer questions during my long form lives. The daily love readings are for you to receive, so hold your concern in your mind. We're talking today about when love is hard to find or when you are feeling unlovable. Our fifth card of the day is the archangel Haniel. Now, it might be helpful for you guys to look up the work or the gift of Archangel Haniel, Haniel. So let's look here. So you may feel ordinary. You may feel like you're blocked from love. You may feel disheveled and embarrassed. One of the things that's been challenging for my clients is they want to have a coach to help them find love, but they feel like a loser because they need a coach. Can you guys relate? And I always say, look, the greatest musicians in the world have teachers and coaches. The best athletes in the world have coaches because coaches can open doors you cannot open yourself. Okay. Now, today we have the possibility for you, if you're serious about finding love, you have to see yourself as lovable. And you might say, Catherine, you don't understand. Ever since I was a little kid, I've never felt lovable. I've always felt people misunderstand me. I don't understand. Peace angel, I hear you. It's so true. If you don't know what divine love feels like, or if you don't know what divine love is supposed to help you with, you're going to have difficulty picking the right human. Every human is flawed. However, when we very first meet someone, it can flood us with all those feel good chemicals, right? It's the chemistry is strong and you can feel so drawn to someone. But without knowing divine love has your back, but only when you understand what it's there for. Divine love is your first love. Many times our parents have, or the people that raised us, had their own drama, and they were so wrapped up in their problems that we didn't even realize how loved we were. So, as a first step, let's address your relationship with divine love. Now, I do private services. I'm very excited to be offering different sorts of readings and counsel to help you. I am happy to give you advice on how to find love, and you can find out the details in the description box below, or shoot me an email, patternbreakertarot@gmail.com. And if I don't have the tools to help you, I will give you resources that will. I know that until I understood divine love, I was always making, shall we say, uncomfortable choices. So you will come through this feeling fully equipped, fully ready for your sacred journey to love. I so want for you to be proud of yourself, for you to look in the mirror and say, look, I have a few flaws, but I'm proud of myself for where I am right now. And it may be very timely that you're here in this psychic reading today. There are no accidents. Let's try a couple of affirmations to seal the deal here today from Spirit. Even though I don't know how, I'm opening myself up to divine love right now. Even though I don't know how, I'm choosing to seek divine love first right now. And this is the most powerful one, you guys. Even though I don't know how, I see myself as lovable now. People ask me, why do I say an affirmation that's not true? Well, it has to do with trusting our intuition and trusting that there's a version of you planted deep within you, your future self, that is calling you forward to get what it is you're looking for. Okay, my friends? Thank you. Thank you for joining me for this live message from Divine Love. I will be back tomorrow and I think I'm doing two readings tomorrow because I will be doing a Divine Love transmission, but I'm also coming on live to do full moon readings. Full moons are all about releasing what is holding you back. So come with your questions because I will be answering personal questions, yes or no. If you want to know, is this person for me? I'm going to draw. I've got fortune telling sticks that I'm going to be playing with tomorrow. And also, I will have my tarot cards here for other people who really want to know what is the importance of this full moon in Taurus when it comes to you finding the love that you're looking for. Okay, my friends, have a beautiful day and know you are deeply loved by me and by the divine. See you soon.